Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review Werewolves Within. And this is a new video game adaptation. And this is coming out on the festival circuit, but I got a chance to screen this early from IFC. And I was pretty excited about this. I really like Sam Richardson. He's a lot of fun. And to be honest, I didn't even realize this was based off a video game, but like a horror comedy about a small town with a werewolf? Why the hell not? And this game is like what Among Us is. It's like this virtual VR reality game styled in like Mafia, where you have to figure out which of the townsfolk is a werewolf. And that's the basic plot of this movie. And honestly, this kind of like video game story translated pretty well into a movie. Because you have that tension, you have that suspense of what's going on. You have, that standard at the beginning of what's going on here, what's causing all this damage, and they're like, oh my god, is there really a werewolf? And then it's like, who is the werewolf? And you have that basic building of tension. You have Mishna Wolf, which is interesting, who wrote this film and builds that up. This film does lean into quite a few tropes and cliches of the genre, but it also does fun ways of upending those cliches and tropes and pointing you in a fun new direction. And this is equally as funny as it is scary and creepy, and it definitely leans on like the music swells for scares, but they do some fun fake outs that are pretty funny in the process that really work. And in general, the music from Anna Jurbich, and which is the score, but also a lot of the musical choices are a lot of fun and interesting and engaging and really help build the atmosphere here. Matt Wise, who is a cinematographer here, does a real fine job of shooting this, all with Josh Rubin, who directed this film, bringing a lot of personality and balancing the tone. And the tone was perfect, honestly, to me. It balanced that like scary and gory and violent, shocking kind of thing with some snarky humor and some one-liners and a fun cast. Sam Richardson, who plays Finn, who is a new ranger in town, in the small town, and he's getting to know people and connects with the local postwoman, Cecily, played by Milana Vintrub, who's a lot of fun in this film. They're really great together. They have great chemistry. And then you have a whole town full of zany characters, including Michael Chernus, Catherine Curtin, Wayne Duvall, Harvey Guillen from What We Do in the Shadows, and even like Glenn Fleshler, who's pretty unrecognizable as Emerson, who's like this mountain man out in like the middle of nowhere in the mountains in his cabin. And it's a fun group of different characters. Some of them are a bit of cliches, but the actors do a fine job of really bringing them to life here. And this is the kind of thing where it's like, yeah, there's a lot of tropes and things like that going on here, but the film does everything with so much energy and personality and fun and craft that you kind of forget those. You don't fully forget them, but you could get past most of them and really appreciate the quality of this film for what it's trying to do. And in what it's trying to do, it excels. It's fun, it's scary, and you have a blast. And by the end, leaves you with a couple of more little scares and a couple more laughs. And, who's going to be left? It's one of those kinds of films. You're going to have to find out and go check out Werewolves Within. And honestly, this might be the best video game adaptation. There you go. Move over, Sonic. Werewolves Within. But those are my thoughts on this new fun little horror comedy. Let me know what you think of Werewolves Within, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.